Good morning. What's up, David, CTG, Philip, Mean Bean, good morning, Mr. Potion, Landon, John, Taylor, Joe Gator, good morning, Harry, Allen, Mean Bean TV official, good morning. Mr. Gonzalez, good morning, sir. South Carolina future national champs, yeah. I don't know how many of you guys saw the video I uploaded like an hour or so, which that's my bad on that. I made that video way earlier today, and I hit upload out here, and then I've been inside the rest of the day, and I came out here, and I never hit publish. So it had just been sitting out here waiting on me to hit publish all day, or it would have been up a lot sooner. But I decided to do a Dynasty, a season really, I guess. On this. This is, of course, NCAA 14 on the Xbox 360 with updated rosters. All the rosters are updated to 2017, and then Georgia has the 2018 roster, or mostly. I went and added key players like Justin Fields, Zeus. So we'll get to see some of those guys play. And I played week 1 earlier. I decided just to record it and upload it rather than doing it live, so I could still do the live thing tonight. So we're going to start out tonight. I'm going to play week 2 of this Dynasty mode. So we're at home against South Carolina. South Carolina's 1-0. Georgia, me, I'm 1-0. Week 2, we're going to be taking on South Carolina. I'm going to play this game first, and then we'll see what you guys want to do after that. If one of y'all want to play me again on Xbox Live, or if we want to watch 2 other teams play, or I guess basically just whatever we decide to do. So anyway, let's get started. I went and did all the recruiting crap already, so y'all don't have to sit and watch that, because that gets pretty boring. Master of Dreams, a lot of people are complaining about your moderator ability, sir. So I don't really see all the ins and outs of what goes on there in the comments section when I do these live feeds. But the point of a moderator is to save me hassle, not cause me extra hassle. And if people are going through the trouble of typing out emails and sending them to me, then let's just try to, I don't even remember exactly what all the emails said, but there were several from several different people. So let's just try to reel it in a little bit if we can. There's not very many rules on here. No excessive cussing. I don't mind if everybody cusses a little. Y'all know I cuss every once in a while. I try not to cuss on this channel because there's lots of kids on it, but if you have to cuss in the comment section, do it. Just try not to make it too excessive. Absolutely no racial stuff at all in the comment section. No gay slurs. If you're homophobic, be a homophobe on your own time. Don't do it in the UNCLELOU comments section. And please troll intelligently. That's pretty much all I ask. Don't talk about my children or Mrs. Lou. Say whatever you want about me. That's really pretty much it. So I would think you would be able to handle that. Why is it on Alabama's offense? That didn't make a lick of sense, did it? On Georgia's offense. All right, week 2 of this Dynasty mode, playing at home. I played at Miami in week 1. If y'all didn't see that first video, the schedule, when you do a Dynasty mode, you can make some changes to the schedule. You can change your non-conference games. You can't do anything with the conference games. So, like, I can't help it if I'm not playing LSU this year, even though Georgia really is playing LSU next year. I can't help it that this game is in Athens and really it's in Columbia this year. You're not allowed to make any changes to the conference schedule. You're only allowed to change the non-conference games. And on the schedule, it had 3 sorry teams you've never heard of for non-conference games. And Georgia Tech. I left Georgia Tech on there, even though Georgia Tech's sorry too. I left them on there just because that's a yearly in-state rival for Georgia. But for the other 3 non-conference games, I added Power 5 teams. I couldn't add any team I wanted. You're only allowed to pick a team that's available to play you that week. So there was different teams available for the different weeks. So Miami was the team that I replaced for week 1. So I played Miami week 1. Again, that video was uploaded, I guess, about an hour or so ago, and I won. So I'm 1-0 playing South Carolina in Athens. They're 1-0, and we'll see what happens. The difficulty that I'm playing on is All-American. This isn't Heisman. This is All-American. You guys know, if you've been watching me for any amount of time at all, that I'm really not the world's best college football video game player. I really do this for fun and to just give me an excuse to talk football with you guys. And so I decided to play it on All-American. What I think will happen on All-American is that the games will be pretty close for the most part, especially against good teams. And I think I'll win some, and I think I'll probably lose some too. So that's probably the most realistic way to do it for my skill level on this game, which, like I said, is not that good. Last week I played 2 viewers. One wasn't. I don't think it was a blowout. I think it was a 7 or maybe a 10-point game or something. But the second one I got humiliated, like 45-7 or something like that. I mean, I'm just not very good at this game. So I think playing it on All-American is probably a fair way to do. How I decide who is mod is whenever I do a stream and there's not any mods at all in the stream, or there's maybe only one and I need more, I will pick a name out of the comment section and make them a mod. I don't pick it at random. It's got to be a name that I recognize. If I recognize the name, then that means that they're on here quite a bit during the live streams, and so that's how that happens. There's no rhyme or reason, really. Nice.
I'm really liking what I see from this guy. He's not afraid to go to the air on any down.
Fromm starts off with a nice pass to the outside of Isaac Nauta. I did put Justin Fields in week 1 against Miami and let him play a little bit. Actually, Fromm got hurt. It ended up being minor, though. The wind was knocked out of him, so I had to put Fields in. And he didn't do bad. He did pretty good, but Fromm played a little bit better, so we're going to stick with Fromm, but I'm still going to play Justin Fields in every single game. I'm trying to do this as realistically as possible. So, like I think Justin Fields will play in every game this year. I think Fromm will be the starter, but you've heard me say this a bunch of times. I think they're going to put Fields in certain situations this year. And so that's how I'm going to treat this season on here. I'm going to put Fields in maybe in some red zone situations, put Fields in maybe, just different times throughout the game. And the same thing with the running backs. We're going to rotate them in and out. I started DeAndre Swift again in this game, and I started him in week 1. And I played Zeus quite a bit in week 1 too. Zamir White, our freshman coming in next year. And to be honest, Zeus looked better to me than DeAndre Swift. So we'll see.
Catches it, and he's looking for more.
Look at this now. Putting the moves on him. Big boy put a juke move. And then hit him with a stiff arm. That was something serious, wasn't it? See what we can do here now.
From the 21-yard line. First down.
Will Moody, you make a good point there. Alabama does have a ton of turnover with their assistants every year.
Nice play to set up first and goal.
And they just keep on rolling. You're right. I mean, when you have the best coach in college football, Nick Saban, and you've had the #1 recruiting class 6, 7, 8 years in a row until this year, then you can afford to eat those changes and not it doesn't have that much of a impact.
They're at the 8.
And that's what we're seeing. Looked like a face mask there, ref, but I know you're not going to give Georgia no calls. Reminds me of the national championship game. Isn't that right, Will Moody? I'm just kidding. Y'all know I didn't blame the refs, so don't even start. I made a 15-minute video basically saying Alabama was a better team and it wasn't the refs' fault. So don't come at me with that blame. Talking about I'm blaming the refs. No, you got the wrong one. Do I think Tennessee has any chance at the running game? Like, will they have a good running game? Probably not. John Kelly's gone. I don't even know who they have behind that. But I just think Tennessee's in for a rough year all the way around. I don't think it'll be as bad as last year. But I don't think it's going to be a whole lot better either. Their schedule is brutal, especially the first 8 games.
And he adds the extra point.
It wouldn't surprise me if they started out 2-6 or maybe 3-5. But either way, I think they're going to be in a position where they have to win probably 3 of their last 4 games, maybe 3 of their last 5 games to make a bowl game.
A major upset is finished.
Melon Matt, the main reason why USC Junior is my most hated team is geography, really. It's really as simple as that. I live on the border. I live in Augusta, Georgia. That's not a secret. And that's on the border of South Carolina. So in terms of opposing team fan bases, South Carolina has always been the opposing fan base that I've had the most exposure to.
Excellent kick.
So I think that's why South Carolina has always been such a big game for me. If we lose to Tennessee, yeah, that sucks, but I don't see very many people in real life that are Tennessee fans. Now, one of my best friends all through school was a big Tennessee fan. We used to go to some Georgia-Tennessee games. But for the most part, it was South Carolina fans. Not even very many Clemson fans in this area, actually. It's mostly South Carolina. It's mostly Georgia fans. But then, like I said, I'm right on the border of South Carolina, and right across the river in South Carolina is Gamecock country as opposed to Clemson country for whatever reason. I don't know. Oh, come on. You got to pick that off, cuz. I mean, that literally hit you right in the hands. Who is that? Tyree? Yeah, you got to do better, dude. You have got to do better, dude.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line.
David Murphy, I've been to New Orleans one time. It's a weird story. I'll tell you the story here.
And he just gets rid of it.
Katrina was in 2005. Before Katrina, me and Mrs. Lou had booked a trip to New Orleans. Now, we booked it like a year in advance. We had booked it a long time in advance. There was a concert coming. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Steps out
of bounds. 4th down, they got a punt. Anyway, we booked it before Katrina hit, but the vacation was after Katrina. Seems like it was about maybe 6 months after Katrina when we went. And I drove there, and I'd never been to New Orleans before. So we drove there from Georgia, which is pretty much I-20 the whole way. But when I got into Mississippi, I said, let's get off the interstate and drive down to the coast down there and, take a look at some of the hurricane damage or whatever. And so we got off the interstate, drove to the coast, and then they have that coastal highway, that runs all along the coast of Mississippi, basically all the way to Louisiana. And I drove and drove and drove along that highway on that coast. So the ocean was on my left, or the Gulf of Mexico was on my left, and Mississippi on my right. As far as you could see, and for miles and miles and miles and miles, there was nothing. I mean, nothing. Nothing higher than 5 feet tall. I mean, you could see what looked like used to be a forest, maybe, full of pine trees. Nothing taller than 5 feet tall. You'd be driving down the road and you'd see a huge parking lot. Looked like maybe it used to be a mall there, maybe a Walmart or a big shopping center, but nothing. It's just a parking lot and nothing. And then more miles and miles and miles, nothing. And then out of the blue, you'd see like a McDonald's sign. Now, there was no McDonald's. It was gone. But it was the creepiest, weirdest I mean, of course, I watched like the news coverage and stuff when all that happened, and it looked really, really bad. And like I said, this was 6 months later, but to see it in person like that, even 6 months later, was, I mean, it was unreal. It almost looked like a movie set or something. Like they had come in and purposely. It was very eerie. And then get to New Orleans, and again, neither one of us had ever been there, so we didn't really know what to expect. But when we got there, a lot of stuff was still closed. A lot of stuff was still boarded up. You could see tall buildings still had windows boarded up where the wind and whatnot had blowed the windows out. But a couple of cool things happened when we were there. You're from that area, I'm assuming, David. So you know Emeril Lagasse, right? Famous cook, had a TV show for a long time. Well, I like that kind of food. So of course, if you're going to go to New Orleans, I was like, oh, we got to eat. We got to eat at all these different places. And I said, I want to go to an Emeril restaurant. Well, when we first got to New Orleans, I was like, well, it's probably not even open. There's so much stuff was still closed. But the first day we were there, I said, well, I'm going to call anyway, and just see. So I called at 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and a lady answered, and told her I was in town from out of town and just got there, and I didn't know if they were open or whatever, but I'm looking to make an appointment to come in and eat. And she said, actually, we are just opening today. Today is going to be our first day back open since the hurricane. And I said, oh, that's great. I said, do you have any reservations available? She said, well, yeah. She said, well, what time do you want to come in? I said, actually, the earlier the better. I forget what we were doing that night. We had something else we had to do that night. So we made the reservation for 5 o'clock. Well,
he's on the run.
Oh, Lord. No, I'm lucky that wasn't intercepted. So we get there about 4:45. We park. We go in. I know this is a long story. I'm sorry. We get there. We park. We go in. The hostess or whatever's at the door. She greets us. It didn't look very crowded. And it was a 2-story restaurant, and she took us upstairs and sat us down, and there was nobody there. So they must have opened at 5, and we were the first reservation on the first day that they were back open from Katrina. So we go and we sit down. They bring the menus, and it's kind of a fancy type restaurant, so they got the guy that comes out and pours the water and all this kind of stuff. Anyway,
they need to hurry.
Almost got delay a game, not paying attention over here, screwing around with y'all.
And he's tackled after positive yardage.
And they left the menus on the table, and we're looking over the menus. Well, about 2 or 3 minutes later, they wheeled out a salad cart. If you guys know what that is, and in some nicer type restaurants, they'll make the salad for you. They bring a cart out that's got all the stuff on it, and they chop the lettuce up and the onion and the tomato, whatever you want on it. They basically make it at your table for you. So they get to wheeling this cart out. I look up over the cart, and it's damn Emeril Lagasse. He came out, took pictures with us, shook our hands, talked with us for a long time, and he made our damn salads for us. Emeril Lagasse did, and he thanked us for coming to New Orleans and was like, please get the word out. New Orleans is open for business, that whole thing. But anyway, it was a cool story. Dude's about 4 feet tall. But a super nice guy, though. But that's the only time I've ever been in New Orleans. But we still had a pretty good time. A lot of stuff was closed, and I would like to go back, now that they're back on their feet and all that. And who knows, maybe one day I will. Nice. 4th down conversion. Like it. Nice throw and catch. Let's see what we can do to get into the end zone here. All right, a little big boy football, some power eyes. Clemson's closest thing to competition is Miami. You can never rule Florida State out. Now, I'm not sold on that new coach they got, but they're more talented than the team than the way they looked last year. So I wouldn't completely write Florida State off, but I would say right now it looks like Clemson and Miami are the top 2 teams in the ACC. Virginia Tech, too. I would watch out for Virginia Tech. People forget about that coach they have, that Fuente or whatever. He came from, what was it, Memphis a few years ago? I still think he's a really good coach. He just runs a completely different style of football than what Virginia Tech had been running. So he didn't have any of the type of players really there at Virginia Tech that he needed. So it didn't surprise me that it's taken him a while to sort of get his feet underneath him there. But I would keep an eye on Virginia Tech the next year or two in the ACC.
Let's go to the studio for this Reese Davis update.
Hey, Gray, it's been pretty good. I can't really complain. The weather here has been amazing. It's been a little overcast, but I'm not even going to complain. It's been like between 72 and 82 degrees here every day for the last week, and it's supposed to be 80 degrees every day the rest of this week. It's starting to stay light longer here. You know, it gets dark here 5:15, 5:30 during the dead of the winter, but now getting towards the end of February, it's starting to stay lighter outside, you know, till 5:30, 6 o'clock. I don't know. It always puts me in a better mood when it's daylight longer. Does it do that to y'all? Like, to me, like, the wintertime is depressing to me. Like, it's cold. It gets dark so early. I don't know. I prefer daylight savings time. You know, I like it when it stays lighter longer, you know. I hate looking outside at 5:30 at night and it's dark already. I can't stand it. It's depressing to me. So this time of year, I always feel a little bit better. Start to feel a little bit better this time of year. Get him. Get him. Yes, sir. South Carolina ain't got nothing for me. This game's already over. Monty Rice with the tackle. Yeah, on defense, you know, I went in and changed the Georgia roster. So Roquan's gone, Malcolm Parrish gone, Dominic Sanders gone, Lorenzo Carter gone, David Bellamy gone. I don't know. Let's cycle through here. Tyler Clark, Ledbetter, D'Angelo Gibbs, Natrez Patrick. So I had to sort of guess what I thought like the two deep roster was going to look like for Georgia last year. I mean, some of it is obvious, you know, but some of it you had to guess on. But who else? Ledbetter, DeAndre Walker, Gibbs, Monty Rice, Natrez, Richard LeCount, J.R. Reed. First down. But I did not upgrade South Carolina's rosters. So
from their own 43
obviously I didn't upgrade any other or update any other team's rosters.
And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
Gain of 6 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Wee doggy. Woo! Natrez laid him out. Jesus. About took his head off.
And here's another 3rd down.
3rd and 4. We need to stop here. Woo! Or an interception. That's even better. Nice. Tyreek McGee dropped that interception on Carolina's first drive, but he gets a hold of it that time. So turnover. Dogs going to get the ball back here with about 3 minutes to go before half. And what do you say? What do you say we put Justin Fields in and see what he can do? Take Fromm out. Put Fields in. Take Swift out. Put Zeus in. Let's do that. All right. Let's see what they're going to do here.
That miscue. Now it's really up to their defense to try to help them out.
All right, let's see what Zeus can do. Let's find a running play.
Fields
And let's see what
First
Zeus
down, 10
wants to do with it.
Ball on their own 32.
Nothing. I should have cut that inside, shouldn't I? I have a bad habit of wanting to run everything to the outside. Look at that hole right there to the inside. That's totally on me right there. I blew that one. Can't blame that one on the freshman.
29-yard line. Second down.
If I had to add a team to the SEC East, I would look at one of the North Carolina teams.
Now he tries to buy some time. Under pressure. Out of bounds.
Nice.
The 37-yard
I would look
line.
at one of the North Carolina teams or Virginia Tech if I was going to add a team to the SEC East. It would probably say NC State. I don't think UNC would ever leave the ACC. They're kind of a flagship school of the ACC with their basketball dominance and stuff like that. But I could see NC State maybe being tired of playing second fiddle to UNC in North Carolina in terms of the ACC. So I could see an NC State maybe leaving. And it would make sense TV revenue-wise to add somebody from North Carolina or maybe a Virginia Tech to get those TV markets. Oh, good morning, Lewis. Oh, man, he was open, and there was nothing I could do there. Blocking broke down. They sent more people than I could block. Zeus missed the block, to be honest.
But after that play and that hit, you really got to be
4th and
wondering what kind of
13.
relationship this quarterback and his offensive lineman
And
have
Justin
after that.
Fields, I trust. We won't go for it. Why not, right?
Looks like they're going to
All right,
go for
here we
it on
go.
fourth down. Well, I'm not sure I really agree
See what
with
we
this
can
call
do.
to go for it, but that's why I'm not coaching, folks. He's going to try and scramble. He unloads it.
Woo! Yes! First down, dogs. That was a nice throw, too.
As receivers go,
I like
he's
it.
as electric as they come.
Why would I hate you, Mean Bean? That's just ridiculous. Uncle Lou doesn't hate anybody. I'm a man of the people.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line.
NC State could beat Alabama in the SEC. Now, come on now. Let's not get carried away. Nice, nice.
At the 14.
Justin Fields is lighting it up, ain't he? Pretty sure he is. All right, we got to hurry here.
14-yard line.
We're out of time
First
before
down.
halftime. See if we can't let Zeus get a touchdown. Wouldn't that be something?
Toss left side. They'll bring him down.
Well,
at the
8
6-yard
yards. I'll
line.
take that.
Called a gain of 8 yards. That makes it 2nd and 2.
And this is the 8th play of the drive.
Yeah, that's true. My first ever video was about Mean Bean.
And he makes it out to about the 5-yard line.
That's a gain of 1 on the play. 3rd down.
No, Mean Bean, I didn't make videos about you all the time. You used to ask me to make videos about you all the time, and
It's
sometimes
3rd
I
down, and
would.
They're about 2 yards shy of the sticks.
Touchdown, Zeus. Woo! He's going to be a beast, ain't he? There's Zeus, a touchdown for you there, Zeus.
Oh, that's a great job of some tough running right there. When you get close to the
Kansas
end zone,
28-9,
you get
28-97
tight.
champs.
It's tough to
It's
maneuver.
possible. You know, their recruiting class for 28-97 is looking pretty good.
And they're looking to get
Oh,
2
man.
points here.
There I am. I'm
The
called
Bulldogs
timeout.
taking their first time
I
out
wasn't
of
paying
the half.
attention and picked a regular play instead of an extra point. You're going to call me tomorrow, Mean Bean? All right, buddy. Yeah, Lewis, I hear you, man. That was a rough one to get over. No doubt about it.
So that's an 8-play, 68-yard drive, and they add 7 points to the scoreboard.
I think you're right, 1196. I am very high on Zeus.
21-0.
I've been wrong before, but I really think we're going to see some amazing things from him over the next 2 or 3 years. I'm a big believer in him.
He'll take it from the 2. Tackle made.
Sit down, son.
22-yard line.
Alan, hit me up on Facebook about that comment you just made about getting in on the Uncle Lou show. Hit me up on Facebook about that, and I'll give you the hotline
Anytime you
number.
give the ball away, it's a disappointment. So these guys want to show that they can hang on to it.
He's out
What
to
is
the
this?
30.
Tackle that man.
Makes it out to about the
Trying to let him
33.
get a 100-yard run
Offensive
at the end of the
lineman played
first
that
half.
one perfectly, giving the tailback plenty of space to work with, and he took advantage of it.
Zeus is going to be a beast, man. I'm telling you. I loved Chubb and Michelle,
33-yard line.
and
It's
a
first
lot of
down.
people don't,
One more play
you know,
now before
everybody's
we
entitled to their own
have to go, so
opinion.
most likely throw
I don't
it
think
towards
either
the
one of
end
them was
zone.
as good as Todd
Fires it
Gurley,
quickly. Tackle around the 43
but I think Zeus might be. I mean, I'm really high
Still plenty of time left
on
in this
him.
one. The Bulldogs with a 3-touchdown advantage.
And I'm sort of torn now. You know, that's a bad choice of word there, torn. He tore his ACL at the end of last year. I want to see him play this year, but I don't want them to put him out there until he's 125% healed. Not 90, not 95, not 99. We're not hurting at the running back position. We'll be okay with Swift, Holyfield, Harrion, and Cook. I'd love to have Zeus, but I'd rather have a 100% healthy Zeus in the second half of the season or something than to, or even next year altogether. You know, let him sit out all season if that's what we have to do. I don't want to risk him at all. I just don't see the need to.
Makes it
Look
to
at
the
that man.
22-yard line.
A lot of people say, well, Chubb came back in about a year, and that's true. Chubb did come back in about a year. Chubb was also in his third year, or second year, so he already knew the playbook, right? He knew the play changes, he knew the audibles, he knew the blocking assignments, he knew all that kind of stuff.
There's got to be some sense of urgency.
Zeus isn't
for
going to
this
be able.
offense.
I mean, I guess it just depends on when Zeus is able to fully practice it, because it's not like the minute that he's healthy, he can just become.
South Carolina's got a
He can start
combine
playing,
center that can
right?
really
He's got to have practice time and all that. Now, if he's ready to practice,
With this guy, it's
you can forget the
BYP
spring. That's
boys.
not happening. But if he's ready to practice over summer workouts and fall camp, then maybe we see him early in the season. Chubb was ready to play the day he was healed, because he already knew the playbook and the plays and all that. Sort of a different situation with Zeus, but I really want to see him. I want to see him healthy.
And down he goes. at the
3rd
31-yard
and 1.
line.
Can we get a stop here?
Call it a gain of 9 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
UJ had one good year. Okay. Troll on, sir. Trolls are undefeated on the Uncle Lou channel. You came to the right place.
He scrambled. Slides down to the ground. And that'll give him another first down.
Excellent job there, Brad, of running the football. That was good execution by this offense.
Will Moody, I'm not a fan of Jarrett Stidbaloney either. Auburn was way too high on him
39-yard line.
because
First
why?
down.
He played in 2 games for Baylor, and so they thought they were getting something good. Now he looked okay at times. I mean, I'll give him credit where credit's due, but he didn't come into the SEC and completely own it and dominate it like Auburn fans tried to convince everybody was going to happen. He just didn't.
So the offense will move a little bit closer with that penalty.
I think he's a middle-of-the-road SEC quarterback, to be honest. I don't think he's as good as Fromm. I don't think he's as good as Tua. I don't think he's as good as Jake Bentley. I don't think he's as good as Drew Lock.
1st and 5. Ball on their own 44.
I'd put him on about the same level as Shermer from Vandy. That's about where I would put Jarrett Stidbalone.
Scrambling around. Decides to slide.
How's that guy just standing there? I guess he had to cover that guy.
It's a nice job again up front by the offensive line. They're doing a good job.
Yeah, well, Auburn wants transfers, JUCOs, or people from Athens, Clark County Jail. If a Georgia player gets arrested and gets in trouble and gets kicked off the team, you best believe they're going to Auburn. And for some reason Auburn doesn't get them, they're going to Louisville. But Auburn could almost field a roster with ex-Georgia players that they've had. He dropped that, didn't he? Yeah.
Hurst was the intended receiver on the play.
2nd and 10. I need a sack. Maybe I should start blitzing a little. I haven't really been blitzing much.
From their own 49-yard line.
I haven't really had to. But
2nd down.
I haven't done anything, but we're going to change it up a little bit here. Oh, my God. I call a blitz, and they pick the damn screen. The perfect play to run against a blitz. I got lucky that didn't go for a lot more yards than that. I finally blitzed, and they called a damn screen. They won't call a screen 2 times in a row, though, but I will blitz 2 times in a row. Let's see what happens here now.
They're not quite in field goal range, so this is a pretty important play on this drive.
Oh, no, I guessed wrong.
Gains his way to the 33-yard
I went after the running back, and
so
Bentley kept the ball.
Picks up another
Is that
first
even
down.
Bentley?
This really works on a defense's psyche. You can see the guys on defense right now are just trying to catch their wind. Once again, they had a chance to bring this drive to a halt, but were unable to do it. The offense really seems to be clicking right now.
Deep ball.
Oh, that wasn't a good idea. Pick it off.
Thought
that was going to be an interception.
Intercepted in the end zone.
And you can see he made a great move here, anticipating the football, and came up with a big defensive play.
Woo-tep? You know, that's one of the best parts about the Uncle Lou name is that you can turn it into so many different things, right? The name Lou. Lou-tube, Woo-tep. I mean, there's you know, it's easy to do the whole play on words thing. Uh-oh, got burned up there, didn't I?
Inside the 10.
Sorry. You know, I think every game that I've played of this game, every time I'm winning at halftime, the other team scores a touchdown on the first drive of the second half every single time.
It makes for an easy
That's a sure enough
completion when
sign
you've
the
got a
computer
guy
cheating
who's
me,
that
man.
wide open.
No, I'm not blowing no lead. Forget that. Lou GA, yep. Lou Tide.
And he adds the extra point.
A Lutard.
A 9-play, 77-yard drive, and a touchdown as a result.
Brad, I thought the offense did a really nice job of mixing up the play call.
G5. UGA is not close to Tennessee's level. Keep running your mouth, boy. You sound pretty scary. I don't know. I ought not mess with you, I don't think. You sound like a scary individual, sir. I'll probably leave you alone, okay?
Across the 30. He's pushed out
Nice
of
return
bounds
there.
at the 43-yard line.
Woo-tep.
And here we go with the offense ready to get things going again.
Oh! Did you see me get laid out? Watch this hit. Oh my God. I should probably be dead. Wow.
From their own 45-yard line. Second down.
Yeah, he really said that. Georgia's not on Tennessee's level. I don't know. Not sure if troll or potato level 1 million.
Now he's scrambling. And he is drilled
Like it.
at the 48-yard line.
Justin Fields ain't playing. It did look like that Jadeveon Clowney hit, didn't it? I mean, I hate giving South Carolina credit on anything, but Jesus Christ, man, he lit that dude up.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 1.
DeLundre. Okay, y'all are reaching now with the DeLundre Swift.
Play action under pressure. There he goes. He's tackled at about the 41.
I don't know about this Justin Fields when he takes off running that ball now. They don't know what to do.
First and 10. Ball on the 41.
HG5, blah, blah, blah. Uncle Lou, do you even watch football? No, I just play video games of it, sir. I've never actually seen a game.
The running back gets 2.
Is it anything like this or no?
Makes it 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd down, 8 to go.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
I wonder if Cade Mays or Quay Walker have ever seen a
He's
football
scrambling.
game.
With the pass, incomplete.
Guy was open and it was a bad throw. I'm not sure if Quay Walker and Cade Mays have ever seen a football game or not either. I think they have. I'm pretty sure.
He's on the run.
Quick throw out to the receiver.
Nice
The
catch.
defense was completely out of position.
run,
I think
too.
The play action really opened things up that time. They completely bid up.
Oh,
caught
this
the
guy's
running back
trying to
at the
get me to go
football,
on a
and the
Tennessee
quarterback
rant
had a
so
wide open
bad.
receiver to make that throw downfield.
Trying to stay calm here. I had to go back and listen to that call too. From the other day. That was funny. If there's anybody that doesn't know what he's talking about in the comment
Ball on the
section down there.
13-yard line.
We do a call-in show on this channel Mondays and Wednesdays at 3 in the afternoon. And
As he throws it, almost
that
paid
would have
for
been
it
a
with
pick six. We do a call-in show on Mondays and Wednesdays at 3 Eastern on this channel. And they're talking about a Tennessee fan that called in the other day.
This is the 8th play of this drive.
Tennessee rules what? Not basketball, because we beat you in that too, 73-62. Beat you 41-0 in football. You're currently 0-8 in the SEC. You haven't won a conference SEC game. Look at that catch.
touchdown.
Ridley with the catch. You haven't won a conference SEC game since 2016. You currently have a losing streak to all 13 other SEC teams. All 13. That's sad. You've lost 4 of the last 6 to Vanderbilt. You've lost 6 of the last 8 to Georgia. You're currently 3-21 in the last 8 years against your 3 biggest rivals, Georgia, Florida, and Tennessee. It's sad and embarrassing. You've had more coaches in the last 10 years than you've had wins over Georgia, Florida, and Alabama combined. You could put that in the embarrassing category. The reality of the situation is, though, about Tennessee, and this is the saddest part, really, about Tennessee.
Reese, what have you got?
The problem is not Tennessee's performance on the field. It's not their record. It's not any of that. The problem with Tennessee is fan expectations. That's literally it. That's literally the only problem, fan
Georgia
expectations.
ready to kick this one off.
Too many Tennessee fans expect Tennessee
He
to
kicks
be
it
a
off, and he got
legitimate
all of that
football
one.
team and contend to win the SEC East,
He's to the 20.
and that's just not who they
Gets out
are.
to about the
Tennessee is a
22-yard line.
7 to 8 win program. That's just what they are. The late 90s and the early 2000s were a fluke, and you've seen that in the last 10 to 12 years.
The offense was able to punch
So
it in the
when
end
you
zone
run
on
off a
that
coach
last
like
drive.
Lyle,
Come back out looking for more of the
great
same.
coach, by the way,
Passing was
Lyle.
the key for the offense last
You
drive.
run
They
off
had
a
the
coach
ball.
like
They were able to
Lyle,
pick apart the defense and get down the field
I
for
mean,
a
it makes
touchdown.
no sense.
He's brought down in
It
the open
can't be
field.
the coach's
Well, the
fault
passing
every
game's a
single
lot
time.
easier for a
I mean, you
quarterback when
guys,
two corners
you know,
aren't in
it was
coverage.
Fulmer's
I
fault
respect
in
the guts of calling the
2006 and
defensive side.
2007, so you fired him, and then it was Derek Dooley's fault, and then Lane Kiffin left in the middle of the night, so it was his fault, and then you bring Lyle in. He wins 9 games. You guys are throwing parades and choking on confetti, handing out life championships and NCAA NASCAR championships for winning a meaningless regular season game against Virginia Tech in week 2. And then the following year, you run him out of town because he had one bad year where he won 4 games. You guys should have given him a raise and an extension. You bring in some nobody, Jeremy Pruitt. This guy's never been a head coach before. People hate him. People can't get along with him. They don't like him. Other coaches I'm talking about.
Fires out
Uh-oh,
quick. It's
another
picked off.
interception. Is that his second? That's his second or third one today.
He didn't throw it away under pressure, and it really cost him.
It sure did. He saw
You know,
it
Jeremy
get hit
Pruitt,
and just threw one up for grabs.
the
He's gotta
gypsy
learn to take the
of
sack.
college football, right? A nomad, a wanderer, a vagabond. This guy moves around like a homeless person. Alabama, Florida State, Georgia, back to Alabama. He can't stay anywhere more than a year or two. Why? No one likes him. That's why. It's obvious, self-explanatory. The guy's got an attitude problem. He's not a people person. Now, lucky for Jeremy Pruitt, he's been with 3 of the best programs in America over the last 5-6 years: Alabama, Georgia, Florida State. So he hasn't had any adversity. You know, he's been on teams every year that have been winning 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games a year. What's going to happen in Knoxville when they open up the season, neutral site, in Charlotte, against a top 10 ranked West Virginia team and tote an absolute ass beating? What's going to happen? What's Jeremy Pruitt going to do when West Virginia bends him over and shoves it in without even asking? What's Jeremy Pruitt going to do when his first 5 SEC games, Florida, Georgia, Auburn, Alabama, and South Carolina? Well, those are 5 losses. Now, luckily you play 2 high school teams after you play West Virginia, so you'll start 0-1 after you catch that beating from West Virginia. You'll start 0-1. You beat your 2 high school teams. I mean, these are teams people have never even heard of. They might have just got a team last year. You'll beat them. You'll be 2-1, and you guys will be loud and proud. Here we come. We're going 14-1 and winning it all. The West Virginia game was a fluke because we just beat 2 high school teams, right? I mean, you can see this coming a mile away, can't you? They're 2-1 after beating those 2 high school teams, and who do they have next? Florida. Loss. Who's up after that? Auburn. Loss. Who's up after that? Georgia. Loss. Who's up after that? Alabama. You already know. Loss. And then you got to play South Carolina, and you say, well, Lou, you got to give them at least a chance against South Carolina. No, I don't. Why do I have to give Tennessee a chance against South Carolina? Tennessee has never beaten Will Muschamp. Not one single time. Not just at South Carolina. All the way back to his Florida days. He had some of the worst Florida teams in history. He still beat Tennessee every damn year. So what's going to happen when Mr. Congeniality, Jeremy Pruitt, wakes up one Sunday morning in November and he's staring down at 2-6 saying, oh my God, I've got to win 4 games in a row against Missouri, Vandy, Kentucky, and who else? Who am I leaving out? There's 4. Who's the last 4 games? Missouri, Kentucky, Vandy. Probably some other high school team you're playing. You got to win all 4 of those games in November just to make a bowl game. And how happy will Tennessee fans be if they make a bowl game, though? Oh God! Oh, they'll be so happy, won't they?
There's a play fake. And they make the stop.
I mean, they'll be loving life if they can just make a bowl game. So yeah, but you're right, man. Whatever his name is, H5, whatever his name is, H1N1, pig flu. I just call him pig flu. What was his real? What was the guy's name in the comment section? H5G5. Let's call him H1N1. That was that pig flu vaccine, I think. It is what it is. Get in there. He was close, wasn't he? That first down, though.
The key to that play is a good blocking up front by the Hog Mollies.
Dill Louie. Oh, that's a good one, David. Woofy Woober. Woofy Uncle. Y'all are
First and goal from the one.
y'all are something serious.
Something straight up the middle. Less than 3 minutes in the game. Touchdown.
Hey, Master of Dreams. You know how they do it in West Virginia, man. You know how they do it. Same way they do it in the hills of Tennessee. So, yeah. Jeremy Pruitt's going to get bent over. West Virginia ain't playing around. Look, West Virginia, listen. Is West Virginia an elite team? No. But they're one of these Big 12 teams that throw the ball away, throw the ball around. You better know right now. I guarantee you, right? Listen. West Virginia's scoring every bit of 45, 50 points on Tennessee. You can write that down. Every bit of 45 or 50 points on the Voltards. Who's West Virginia's quarterback? I know who it is. Will Greer. The best quarterback Florida's had since Tim Tebow. Old crackhead. They ran him off from Gainesville, though. What did they say he had? What'd they blame it on? Didn't they try to say he had ADD or something? And that's why he kept testing positive for cocaine or whatever it was? Man, come on.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff.
We all knew what Will Greer was doing down there.
He really got a hold of that
nose candy. But all jokes aside about Will Greer, it looks like he got himself cleaned up, and he's at West Virginia, and he's had a really good couple of years there. It wouldn't surprise me to see him get a chance to go pro next year. He came back, I guess, as a senior this coming year.
This team has left in them. This has been a brutal game.
But he is the best quarterback Florida's had since Tim Tebow, and he plays for West Virginia. That's sad, ain't it? My favorite Columbia County team. Well, I grew up in Richmond County, so I hated the Columbia County teams. I went to West Side. We played Evans every year. We never played Lakeside.
Second down. Just under 3 to go in regulation.
But if I had to pick a favorite right now, a good friend of mine from high school is a teacher at Lakeside now, and he's real involved with the basketball team there. So for his sake, I might would say Lakeside. And I guess I need to pick Greenbrier too, because unless I move, that's where my kids will go to high school. I have a cousin. God, maybe I need to pick Harlem. I don't know. Look at that, Richard LeCount, stay in bounds. I have a cousin who just started middle school. He's in 6th grade. My brother's kid, and he just made the baseball team at Harlem Middle School. So I guess right now I'm a Harlem Middle School fan. Mr. Potion, you live in Richmond County? I grew up in Richmond County.
We've got a 1st and 10.
I lived in National Hills, if you know where that is, right across from the Augusta National, where they have the Masters. I grew up in National Hills, right across from the Masters. Look at that! Oh, my God! Oh, my God, you guys have to watch this. Gee, Zeus is going to get killed. No, I grew up in National Hills, right across from the Masters. And then when I was in 3rd or 4th grade, we moved out towards Martinez area, but I was still in Richmond County. And now I'm in Columbia County.
2nd down and 7.
Ball on the 19-yard line.
That's all right, Casey. There's you don't have to apologize, sir.
Fields on play action. It's a fumble. It's recovered.
Ran it one too many times there, didn't I?
Boy, the end really showed some explosiveness there.
The Masters is a dump. Oh my, yeah, okay. You're obviously trolling, man. and I'm willing to bet you've never been there. I know you live in Clark County, Slim. I tried to get you to come see me the other day when I was up there. I didn't have a lot of time when I was up there that day.
Just under 2 to go in the game.
Oh, did you see that? That was almost another pick six.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Dog Dude says, I love the Masters. Did you ever go to a game? Are you talking about the Masters? Have I ever been to the Masters? Yeah, I've been a bunch of times to the Masters. It's not that big of a deal when you live here. It sounds weird, but when you grow up here, I don't know, it's not like, I guess around the world the Masters is like a huge deal, like the Super Bowl of golf or whatever, but when you grew up around it, it's not as big of a deal.
Going deep. Throws complete, and he's got space to work. Tackles around the 12-yard line.
Look at that bomb they just hit on me now.
Gain of 65 on the play.
Vidalia, that's down south. I eat, man, send me some onions, Dennis Wilson. Man, I love Vidalia onions. I'm not going to lie. I could eat a Vidalia onion like an apple. I'm not even going to lie. Do I pay attention to UGA baseball? Not as much as football, but I do. And yes, they need to fire Strickland. Well, Strickland deserves another year this year. Fox should have been gone a year or two ago. Strickland, I guess, deserves maybe another year, but he's on the hot seat. They got to do better. There's too much talent around here to be putting that embarrassment of a product on the baseball field like they did last year. They got a little bit better towards the end of the year. I know they were young and all that, but come on, that's not really an excuse in baseball. They got to do better. I love Savannah. For a long, long time, I went to Tybee Island every summer.
Around the 6-yard line.
Not that impressive of a play.
Our family would rent a house down there every June, and we would all go, like my parents, me and Mrs. Lou and the kids, my brother, his wife, his kids. We did that for, probably 8 or 9 years in a row.
Third down, and they're going to need
But
about
we
3 yards
stopped
to pick
doing
up
that
the
over
first
the
down.
last year or two.
A little over a minute in the game.
But I love that area down there, Savannah. Now, why did nobody else jump? Oh, he dropped it. I thought he caught it. I mean, I had 3 guys standing there. Nobody jumped for the ball, you know? Yeah, Tybee is different than any other beach you'll ever go to. I mean, it's small. You know, there's none of the big commercial type stuff that you see at a lot of the beaches around.
And he hits him hard at the 2.
They gave them a first down on that?
That's their
Oh,
first
that's
of the
not
half.
right.
First and goal.
Yeah, it's something different about Tybee Island than any other beach I've ever been to. I really like it there. The only thing I don't like about Tybee Island, and this has more to do with where we stayed, there's no pool like there, and I'm not an ocean guy. Like I don't like swimming in the ocean. I get in with my kids and whatnot, you know, but I'm not an ocean guy. I like a swimming pool, and we never had a swimming pool all the years we were going to Tybee Island. I didn't like that, but as far as the area itself, I love Tybee Island. Bernie's down there by the pier, or, you know, where they have that strip of shops, and then you go to the end, and the pier is down there. There's Bernie's Oyster House. Man, I could eat that place every day of the week. It's a hole in the wall, nasty looking place, smells funny, you know.
And he tacks on the extra
But
point.
man, that's one of my favorite places on earth to eat.
77-yard drive, and the result 7 points.
Eugene Glosser? I don't think so, Mark. The name doesn't sound familiar.
Time to be able to read the defense and make the right throw.
That's sort of what I do. What's that name? Badner Anglo. Same, sort of the same with me too. Press X then LB.
The kicking team has their hands team
Audible
on the field, but the
onside kick.
return team
That's sort of me too. I'm a huge football fan, UJ football fan, and once football is over, I'll turn my attention to basketball and then baseball. mainly as a way to keep my mind occupied, you know,
You have to respect the effort. They just refuse to quit.
until football
Yeah, but I
season or
think
whatever.
the score's
But
going to make this one look a lot closer than it really was.
I do get into basketball a little. Baseball, it's very hard for me to get into baseball, and that has nothing to do with
Not much
UGA.
of a problem getting the ball
Major
in
League
the end zone
Baseball
on
the
their
same
last
way. I
drive.
loved
This
baseball when I
quarterback
was a
just picked
kid.
apart the
I
defense.
used to watch the Braves.
You know, when
Damn,
this
they got that
defense went over
onside
to the
kick. Look at
sideline
this
based on
now.
the way they've been playing so far, this defense coordinator's got to be livid. He's got to get in their face. He's got to challenge them. He's got to get their emotions going. Because when you
Kept
play
them in
defense,
bounds.
it's not
That's
just
good.
about X's and O's. It's about attitude and playing with a lot of confidence.
The Gamecocks call a timeout. That's their second of the half. Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. Under a minute left.
Quick throw, incomplete. Wanted his receiver.
All right, 3rd and 3. They're going to go for it on 4th down even if they don't get it. Yeah, baseball's boring, I agree, especially to watch on TV. I've taken Lou Jr. to a couple of Major League Baseball games. I took him to a game, well, they were both Braves games, I guess. One was at Met Stadium, and one at the new Atlanta Stadium. Get him. I happened to be in New York. It just happened by coincidence, really. I happened to be in New York last April, 2017, during opening week of baseball season. And I wasn't planning on taking Lou Jr. to a baseball game, but I was watching the news that night in New York, and they were talking about how the Mets were opening up the season at home against the Braves, blah, blah, blah. So I said, oh, well. And Lou Jr., I had never taken him to a baseball game. I said, well, how cool would that be? To take Lou Jr. to his first game in New York, but still be a Braves game. So I took him to a game at Citi Field up there. And then later in the year, I took him to a game at the new Braves Stadium in Atlanta.
I think you and I and everybody today got to be shocked to see these guys and how
He's
bad
not
they
really
played
into
on that
baseball
side of
either,
football.
though. He's more into soccer and football. You ready for the XFL, Will? I'm going to give it a shot, but I fell for this one time before. Look at that.
Turnover is a perfect example of that. Boy, this defense is doing a great job of bringing pressure. That time they brought a blitz and allowed the defensive line to break loose and get to the quarterback.
Wants to go long and
Touchdown, dogs.
And he holds
Look
in
at
the
that.
deep
They ain't going to
pass.
catch him.
Touchdown,
Woo!
Georgia.
What a way to end the game right there. 71-yard pass from Justin Fields to Riley Ridley. Justin Fields finished 8 of 10 for almost 200 yards. Not a bad day for him. Had some yards on the ground, too. Never really got the running game going with Zeus like I wanted to, though. I really didn't mean to leave Fields and Zeus in the whole game either. I got too busy playing with y'all in the comment section and kind of just forgot to put Fromm and Swift back in. I got to pay better attention.
And he hits the PAT.
Well, not too bad. Pretty much humiliated them, to be honest. 42-14 against the hated Gamecocks. Chinese New Year. How about this one? How about this one? To play off of your Chinese New Year a little bit, so it's talking about races or religion, whatever. Anyway, how about this one? Lou Vegas. How about this one? I'm not anti-Semitic. I love Lou's. That might have went over some people's heads, but I promise that's funny. I'm not anti-Semitic. I love Lou's. Buy an XFL team? I don't really have time. I still have that on here, to Road to Glory or whatever. Maybe we'll play one of those. You're probably right, Jason S. David said UTEP. All right, now be careful with the. Let's stop that before it goes too far with that. That's my fault for starting that, but I could see that getting out of hand pretty quick. Let's see. Somebody says Tennessee versus Bama. Oh, come on, Mark. Anybody that knows me knows I'm not racist. Hallelujah. That might be the best one. UGA blew out UT this year. Andy Summers, playoff NHL hockey is one of the most exciting things you can possibly watch on TV. But I do not watch hockey during the regular season. To me, hockey and basketball, the regular season is way too long. You throw baseball in there too. There's too many games. But hockey, playoff hockey, is unbelievable to me. I love playoff hockey. Tuck Dogs, yes, I am going to G-Day. I'll be there all day. I'll be up there by 9 or 10 in the morning. The game's at 4. So I'll be around up there all day. I usually hang out in that grassy field in front of the Special Collections Library, which is right across the street from the Hall Street parking deck. Most people know where that is. Martin Luther. Jason, about selling out the spring game. I was at the spring game 2 years ago, and I'm telling you, there was 100,000 people there. If there was 5 people, I've never seen anything like it. And there was at least another 15 or 20,000 people outside that couldn't get in. It was unbelievable. It's hard for me to imagine anything like that could ever happen again, but I sure hope it does. It was absolutely, it was unreal. Kim Jong-un? Someone that can't spell Tennessee says, "Hey Lou, it's going to be another 38 years before you're even relevant." Well, what's your definition of... I mean, I get it that you're trolling, but I'm going to give you a response anyway. If you think that only one team a year in college football is relevant, then you're an idiot. Or let me put it away, maybe you can understand it a little bit better. If you think that only one team a year in college football is relevant, you're a retard. So, Georgia was relevant last year. There's been a lot of years since 1980 that Georgia was relevant. Now, there hasn't been any years since 2008 that Tennessee was relevant, though. I mean, if you're not even winning your division, much less a conference or a meaningful, like a playoff game or something, then no, you're not relevant. So Tennessee, no, not relevant last year at 0-8 in the SEC, but Georgia definitely relevant last year. The Luniverse. That one's not bad. The St. Louis Blues. Macho Man says, I'm a lunatic. So y'all see what I mean? There's so many words you can make with Lou. I got lucky when I picked that name, didn't I? The Alabama Crimson Tide. Jason, people are just saying that because we got the #1 class. People have been accusing Alabama of paying recruits for 8 years. I mean, anytime you put together elite recruiting classes like UJ has been doing, you're going to have people that accuse you of that. I'm not concerned about it. Alan says, ludicrous? Okay. University of Georgia. Tennessee is going to lose. Person that can't spell Tennessee now has another comment that says, if you're, and you're is spelled you-are, not scared, meet up, Lou. All right, type your address in the comment section and I'll get in my car right now and drive to your house. You don't have a single hair on your balls if you don't type your address in the comment section right now. I'll get in my car and I'll drive to you right now. I'll beat you like you owe me money. I'll hit you so many times you'll think you're surrounded. Looney Tunes? $776 Milner doesn't tell me anything, retard. I need city, state, and zip code. Lou, are you scared to play, sir? No, I'm not scared to play. I mean, I'll get beat, but I don't care. Losing doesn't bother me. I suck at this game. Check the recruiting board. Good Lord. Probably not going to get that guy. 4-star? Maybe we'll just stick with him and get rid of this guy. We're probably not going to get him. Remove him. Jesus. We ain't going to get this guy either. Or him. We're going to get some people, though. Jesus, look at it. We're not going to get that guy. We're too far behind. Get rid of him. Might get that guy, though. Not getting him either. Get rid of him. Fighting Bama for this guy. 69 overall, no. .63 overall, no, not interested. 15-10 behind, not getting that guy. Leave for this beast kicker. That'll work. We'll go with that. Is somebody gonna play me, or what are we gonna do here? .776 Milner in Knoxville. Let me look that up. Let me see how far that is. 776 Milner in Knoxville. Let's see what comes up. I'm looking. I can't get anything to come up for 776 Milner in Knoxville, Tennessee. Why am I not surprised? Anybody want to play me? Or if not, what teams do you want to see play? You have this game, Lewis? You have to send me a friend request. All right, I just joined somebody's party, so you can invite me to the game. I'll give you a couple of minutes to invite me to the game. If not, then I'll play Ohio State. Venatic Ace 6. I joined your party, sir. So you just have to invite me to the game, though. Or I guess I could invite you. Ooh, should I wear these ugly uniforms? Why not? Playing the Voltards? Guy that can't spell Tennessee says, you are really tough in Georgia, but you won't dare step to me. Fig Lutens. Person that can't spell Tennessee, you're the exact reason. You're like the poster boy of where the word Voltard came from. In my mind, when I first came up with the word Voltard and the character General Voltard and the meth pipe and the stuttering around and all that kind of stuff, if I closed my eyes and tried to picture what that was, it was you, sir. 100%. It was 100% you. So in a way, I sort of owe you a debt of gratitude, sir. You were inspiration for me. All right, let's go.
Both teams are lining up for the kickoff, and we're just about set to get this one underway. He sends this one deep.
I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, that's going to be a penalty. I'll spot you that. It'll be 1st and 15 now. I was turning the camera back on.
They just took too long.
Oh, here we are with these messed up I gotta figure this out. Why does it mess the why does it mess up the rosters when you play online? I don't understand. I mean, it totally messes the rosters up.
So we'll have 1st and 15 after the penalty. Quick pitch, and he goes nowhere.
The problem at times with pitch outs is they're really slow.
Are the Tennessee rosters messed up too, or is it? I don't understand. Every time I play an online match, the rosters look. They got Jason Stanley at running back. I don't understand what happens with these rosters when you play online.
It's 2nd down. And
All right, John. Thanks for coming on, dude. We'll see you next time.
And he's tackled around the 26-yard line.
Bates makes the tackle at the 26-yard line. 3rd down.
Let's see here. Could try this. We'll try this and see if this works.
3rd and 9. Ball on the 26.
Is that what it is, Jeff Malloy? The other day, I've never played online before until the other day, and the rosters are just completely potato on here when you play online. Weird.
On 3rd down, the defense was expecting the pass.
That should have been a catch, though. But
Very well in the secondary.
it is what it is. Yeah, Auburn's going to beat Tennessee like a rented mule. I hate Auburn, but they're gonna destroy Tennessee. That game won't even be close, will it?
Got the corner. And he shoved out of bounds around the 47-yard line. So the opening drive failed to produce any points.
I'm sure the fans are thrilled to see their guys come up with an early stop in this game. Let's see if the offense can give them something else to get excited about now.
So the offense will come out for their first possession.
Good field position for their first possession of the ball game. Let's see if they can capitalize off of it.
He's taken down.
Oh, I made a play on defense. Holy moly.
1 yard. That brings up 2nd and 9.
What's up, Warren? Thanks for coming on.
From the 46-yard line. 2nd down.
Let's go.
And he's immediately
Ooh, he
tackled.
got laid out. Hung on to the ball, though.
That'll make it 3rd and 1.
All right, let's see here. Look, Ben Cleveland, nose tackle. I don't get it.
Up the middle for a nice gain.
These rosters are just really screwing with me.
From the 32-yard line. 1st down. Slings it out there.
Ooh, I batted that down.
That one probably should have been picked off.
Yeah, you
Can't get there, get your hands up. That's what they teach you, ain't it?
Somebody else had to be open.
Somebody's been paying attention. Uncle OU.
And he's
the 20-yard line.
You talk about a dual threat guy. This guy can hurt you in the air
That didn't work.
or on the ground.
Makes it 1st and 10.
First down, 10 yards to go.
Dennis Wilson,
Ball on the 20-yard line.
tell you why UJ choked. What was Miami's biggest game of the year this year?
Fires quickly to the tight end. Tackle made.
Dennis Wilson, you're a Miami
17-yard
fan. What was Miami's biggest game of the year this year? And that's a rhetorical question, sir. We all know the answer. The ACC championship game. Did Miami get off the bus for that game, yes or no? I don't think they did. Absolutely humiliated, man.
Tackle.
Sit down, son.
That is a loss of 2 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 9.
Look at that. Listen, I trolled Tennessee. I trolled that guy that can't spell Tennessee so bad. He went and Googled the correct spelling of Tennessee and changed his screen name.
And here's another 3rd down.
Oh, what's up, Brent? Thanks for coming on.
Here we go.
That was a blown coverage.
Touchdown. The tight end scored that time, and with authority.
Brady's a physical football player.
Can't
but
go
he's also
15-0
got
if
the
you start
finesse to
0-1,
make a big
dude.
impact
Sorry.
in the passing game.
Sorry, not sorry. I know.
Tennessee is up
I
by
know you
6.
are. You just went and Googled how to spell your own team's name because I trolled you so hard.
Medley gets set to kick this one away. Fielded at the 9.
Ooh,
makes it to the
I
28-yard
was
line.
about a half a step away from getting that down that sideline there.
And while they are behind,
Lewis,
they
yeah.
knock
If I
things
play
off
another
the
one,
mark
it'll be
midway
against
through
you. We'll
this
see
championship
what time it
game.
is when this one ends and how many people are still on. But yeah, if not, you'll be first next week
Play action under heavy pressure. And it's almost picked off.
or Thursday. Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah. So we'll do this again Thursday night. But yeah, Mike can play another one. No, Uncle Lou's dad's name is Jeff. Y'all keep getting that
Second and
wrong.
10. Ball on the 28-yard line. Scrambling around. Here they come. He's to the 40. He's got an opening. He's out of bounds right around the 48-yard line.
I actually had a halfway decent run there. Not sure if anybody saw that, but I'm pretty proud of myself.
It's
Yeah, he
first
had
and
to
10.
Google it, didn't he?
Ball on their own 48.
How do you Google a word if you don't know how to spell it? He probably Googled how do you spell the name of the worst team in college football, and obviously
Tackle
Tennessee
after
came
decent
up.
run up the gut.
Call it a gain of 5 yards. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All my guys are wore out. That's not good. That usually means a fumble is imminent. I don't need that aggravation in my life. Lewis, no, that's just Bama fans when they lose. I don't watch NASCAR. I've tried to get into NASCAR, like, just for something to do, you know.
Throws a strike over the middle.
Over the years,
Down at the
you know,
33.
I'll say, well, I watched the Daytona 500. They say that's like the Super Bowl of racing or whatever. Try to watch it. I just can't watch it. Now, sometimes if it's exciting, I'll come back and watch the end or something, but I've never been able to get into it. And I have a lot of family members that are like diehard NASCAR fans or whatever, and they, you know, they all tell me the same thing. They're like, if you'll just go to one race, you'll be hooked, you know. But I've just never had the desire to go. I don't know.
Ways yet to go, but at the end of one, the Volunteers with a touchdown lead.
I still can't believe that guy that couldn't spell his that couldn't spell Tennessee went and made another account. That's crazy.
Here in the second quarter.
Stay on your feet.
For a nice gain.
All right, that'll work. Jason Stanley. Oh, my God. 7-yard run.
2nd and 3.
They need about 3 yards to get the first. Here
I'm
on
afraid to
second
throw the
down.
ball. Afraid I'll throw an interception.
He makes it out to maybe the 23-yard line.
3rd and inches.
3rd and inches.
Okay, the person that spells Tennessee fan correctly, if you really think that, then you're worse than the guy who spelled it incorrectly. And I'm disappointed in you.
So it's 3rd down, and they're just inches away from picking up the first down. And out come the big hefties. He's tackled at the
All right,
15.
I'll take that.
Call it a gain of 8 yards. First
Riley Ridley is playing fullback.
And this play is number 8 on the drive.
Under heavy pressure. And he's going to come for a sack.
Thought I was going to get around there.
That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
We're at play number 9 of this current drive.
How many people am I going to have to fight today? This is getting ridiculous. Now you want to fight me too now?
Here's a draw. The 10. And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
Gain of 7 on the
Probably about 3 or 4 y'all is all I could handle at one time, to be honest.
So we're looking at another 3rd down here. Touchdown.
All right, tied it up.
He is such a talented,
That will
skillful
work.
back, as you saw right there. What makes him even better is that these coaches know.
Oh, man. If you remember Super Tecmo Bowl, man, you must be about my age, Macho Man. That was not just one of the best football games ever, that was one of the greatest video games of all time. Tecmo Bowl and Super Tecmo Bowl. And yeah, Bo Jackson was absolutely unstoppable in that game. If any of you guys don't know what we're talking about, Tecmo Bowl, look up Bo Jackson Tecmo Bowl on YouTube.
Looks like they're ready for the kick.
No, Brent, I don't think UGA can still make the tournament, basketball, not the NCAA tournament. No, I don't. I mean, I was happy as hell they beat Tennessee. That was a good win, but they don't have enough good wins, and they got too many bad losses. I just don't think they can get in. It looks like another year of losing in the first round of the NIT to me.
This is the point in the game where you don't want to make any mistakes that give the other guys a reason to feel more confident going into halftime.
That was probably the most amount of unnecessary, ridiculous motion on one play that I've ever seen. And it resulted in a 4-yard loss. Yeah, Mark Fox is terrible, Jeff. I really don't understand why they kept him. I thought he should have been gone 2 years ago, really, but definitely after last year. I mean, having the best point guard in the SEC, J.J. Frazier, and one of the best players in the SEC, Yanti Maton, and you can't even make the tournament, much less try to win a few games in the tournament. You can't even make the tournament. And they say, well, but Maton's coming back. Yeah, Maton's coming back. Preseason player of the year in the SEC. He's currently the leading scorer in the SEC. And, you get blown out by a 9-win Vanderbilt team. I mean, it's just sad. Well, that sucked. I thought I might actually hold you there, but nope, you get a long completion on 3rd down, so congratulations, I guess. I don't know. That's true, Uncle Flu. At least Mark Fox doesn't cheat, because the hammer's getting ready to fall big time on a lot of these teams here. Maybe even Auburn. We'll see. Uh-oh.
And down he goes, right around
I thought she was going to squeak through there and score a touchdown on that play. Taylor, no. Like I mentioned earlier, I do watch basketball, but I don't follow basketball in general nearly as closely as I do football. So, no, I don't really have anybody particular in mind. But it seems to me like we could either get an assistant from a big-time program or a head coach from a mid-major that's made the tournament a couple. Here's the thing. People say, well, Mark Fox, he ain't terrible. He wins almost 20 games a year. What are you going to do if you get a coach and he bombs? We're bombing now. In college basketball, if you don't make a 68-team tournament, you're bombing. So anybody we hire cannot make the tournament. So it's not a football situation where it's some huge risk.
On play action. He's at the 40, fires it out, and he's tackled right around the 30.
It's not a huge risk. If we hire somebody and we win 5 games a year, to me that's no worse than where we're at now. If you're not making the tournament, what do you have to lose? You need to get rid of the guy. This 9-year experiment's not working.
From the 34-yard line, it's 1st down. They're packed in tight on the line. Coleman sweeps right. Room around the corner. He gets hit out of bounds. Right around the 24-yard line.
That'll make it 2nd and inches.
Here's the 8th play of the series.
Yeah, I've been to one. I took my son Lou Jr. to a Falcons game 2 years ago. Falcons. You remember when the Panthers were? Was that the year? Yeah, the Panthers were, or was it 3 years ago? It was 3 years ago, I guess. The Panthers were 15-0. Remember? And they lost Week 16 to the Falcons. I was at that game.
And so it's another.
Or maybe they were 14-0 and they lost in Week 15. But anyway, the Falcons gave them their first loss, and it was the week after Christmas.
Hands off up the middle and stuffed.
Loss of 1 yard on the play. That'll bring up 4th and 1.
The Volunteers will use their first time out of the half.
I was wondering if he was going to call a timeout or not, or if he was just going to let the clock run down.
They're going to try to get these guys 3 points before halftime. Tennessee is looking to go up by 3. It's a fake. That's a great tackle.
That's what you get, son. Try a fake field goal on me. This ain't the penal league. I got to kick the ball right back to him, though, don't I?
Tight ball game, and we're set to start quarter number 3.
19, deep to return.
He just drills this one. He's to the 20. And he's taken down at the 24-yard line.
Kickoff returns 24 yards.
A lot of times you'll see teams start to clench up a little bit when games stay close well into the second half. You need to stay loose, keep doing what you've been doing all week in practice, and execute when it's time. Takes it up the middle for a nice run.
I hate those read options.
They're about 4 yards away here on second down. Zipped it out.
Oh, come on. Pick that off, son. Hit him right in the hands.
That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Oh, nice
He makes
stiff
his way
arm.
to about the 42.
That's good enough for another Tennessee. First down.
From their own 42-yard line. First down. Everybody bunched up tight defensively.
All right, Jones. Thanks for coming on, dude. Yeah, the Trolls are undefeated, man.
Now he tries to buy some time.
Oh, my
Another
God.
impressive play. This offense can hurt you in a lot
What kind of
different
blind
ways, and
squirrel
they're showing
shit
them
was
off
that?
right here.
Or stuff was that?
First and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line.
Here we go. Right 80. Right 80.
They bring
Ooh,
the
nice.
quarterback down.
The protection broke down. The defense was in the backfield in a hurry, and they brought the quarterback down. Nice play.
That'll make it 2nd and long.
So the sack makes this a 2nd and long.
Four down. No, check that. What might be right here. Shift. Ready. Green 90.
He's taken down. Round
2 good plays in a row. What in the world is going on here? This doesn't seem right. Guy that can't spell Tennessee is still crying in the comment section.
Check 52.
I might have to start paying him some attention.
Green 88.
I don't want to.
You know, at that point, I think, Brad, the quarterback's just better off just taking a sack. You have to be very careful as you're feeling pressure to throw the ball just to throw the ball. If you feel like you're not going to be able to make a play and the defense got you, just give up on that play and get ready for the next down.
What kind of fake
Chandler
punt
is
is this
back
you're
to
doing
punt.
now?
He'll try to keep this one out of the end zone.
If you fake the field goal, I know you're faking the punt. Oh, he actually
Hangs it
kicked
up
it. Look
high.
at that now.
This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
All right, let's see if I can't get a little drive here and maybe actually get a lead. Wouldn't that be something serious?
Time's getting a little bit tighter now. You got to make every possession count.
Mike, yeah, she doesn't mind. She doesn't necessarily like being a part of it, but she doesn't mind that I do it. I'm not sure how closely or for how long
Tackle made
you've
right
been
around
following
the
me,
30.
but I used to have some habits and hobbies that weren't nearly as healthy as sitting at home making a YouTube video as far as doing stuff for hobbies or whatever. So she really doesn't mind. But speaking of Mrs. Lou,
So it's second down.
I have a
and they're only
very,
about a foot away
I haven't
from picking
talked
up the
about
first
this
down.
at all yet. I have a very special video coming up
Nice run up the
very
middle.
soon, within the next week.
4 on the play.
Mrs. Lou will be in it. And that's all I really can say about it right now. I'm not sure what the title of it will be, but when you see the title, you'll know that was the video I was talking about right now. But I really hope all y'all will watch it, and we'll talk more about it after. But that's all I really can say about it right now.
He'll scramble.
What in the hell?
It's the junior. Tackles right around the
I should have just took a sack on that one. This is what I do. I have a chance to get a lead, and then I'll blow it.
Bring it in for an interception.
Oh, here we go with this motion again. Oh, hell, it worked that time.
He's at the 30.
Look at Zeus playing safety. This is weird. Yeah. Dangerous for my wife to come on Bluetooth.
From the 28-yard line. First down.
They line up in the jumbo set.
I don't think anybody will. Well, I was about to say I don't think anybody will troll on this video that I'm talking about. That's coming out in a week or whatever with Mrs. Lou in it. 99% of people won't troll on it. It's always possible someone will, but the majority of people won't.
It's second
And
and 12.
you'll know why
Ball
when
on
you
the
see it.
30-yard line.
Quick throw to the tight end. He'll take it all the way.
Man, I don't
for the
understand these
touchdown.
blown coverages, man.
Wow, how about that call to the tight end? Big payoff.
Well, the offensive coordinator has wanted to incorporate this young player into their passing attack, and he couldn't have picked a better time to get him the ball.
It doesn't always seem
That
like
guy
he
that can't
just finds
spell
a way to get open.
Tennessee is still pouting and moaning. Wow.
Tennessee is up by 6. And he hits the PAT.
All right, I'm down by 7. 1 minute to go, or 55 seconds to go in the third quarter. I really need to score here because I suck so bad at this game. I really can't ever afford to go down by 2 scores, but I definitely can't afford to go down by 2 scores in the fourth quarter. So I mean, I'm serious. I don't think I've ever seen anybody cry in the comment section as much as this person what can't spell his team's name.
I'd expect to see them come out and be a little bit more conservative with some safe play calling in order to avoid another bad result.
He's got to throw it in a hurry. They'll bring him down.
Right around the 42-yard line.
That's my best play is when I just draw up crap in the dirt.
That makes it first and 10.
Uncle Lou blew a 7-7 tie on the road in Knoxville. Yeah, it happens, you know.
From their own 42-yard line, it's first down.
3 down. Hey, check Mike 46.
Makes it out to about the 50.
That's good for a gain of 8 yards. That makes it second and 2.
Maybe I should just leave that guy alone in the comment section. That, you know, I'm talking about that guy that can't spell his team's name. He probably didn't get enough hugs
Gets to about the
like,
47-yard
from his
line.
mom and stuff when he was little. I don't know.
First down.
So he probably just can't help it. All right, Ryan. See you next time, buddy. Thanks for coming on.
One quarter to go, and this looks like it could come down to the very end. The Volunteers with a touchdown
Yeah,
lead.
I get hooked on the same crap, don't I? I just run the same plays over and over again. Somebody just said I need to switch it up and get out of I formation.
Back in this very
Yeah.
pivotal fourth quarter.
Tight end right. 3 down.
He's on the run. Here they come. Decides to tuck it in, and he's got space. He's tackled right around the
Look at that now.
18-yard line.
That was pretty serious, wasn't it? Emery Morgan, good morning. All right, what now? Maybe some of this action here now.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 18.
South Carolina's going to be a good team, Squid Tar, but I really don't think. I think Georgia is
They give to the tailback. He tackles
above.
him for
I
loss.
mean, I just think Georgia's head and shoulders above the rest in the East right now, talent-wise. Carolina's. I mean, they're not a bad team. I'm not trying to talk bad about them here, but I don't think they have what it takes to win the East this year.
There's a strike complete. And they make the stop around the 16-yard line.
Yates makes the tackle at the 16-yard line. That'll bring up 38.
Third and long here in the 4th, and this is the biggest third down of the ball game.
Maybe that guy, what's his name? You know, I'm talking about the one in the comment section that can't spell his team's name.
Now he's going to run and watch out.
Woo! Look at Fromm. Maybe that guy in the comment section that can't spell his team's name. I can't remember his name now. What is it? I can't remember his name. But you know what I'm talking about, the one that can't spell his name. Maybe he should get a dog. Like one of those anxiety dogs, you know, that a therapist prescribes for you. That like cuddles with you at night and like relaxes you and calms your nerves and stuff and like makes you feel better. That might work for him, actually.
Blankenship looks ready to kick this one off.
All right, we got a tie game here. 3.5 minutes to go in the 4th. Uncle Lou just scored to tie this game up.
He's to the 20. Makes it to the 22-yard line.
You really don't want to be the first viewer in history to lose to Uncle Lou, do you? So, we'll see. Somebody has to be the first one to lose to me, so I don't know. Might as well be you, I guess. We'll find out, though.
Big opening. Makes it to the 34.
That was a weird-looking play, but it worked.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Smokey does have parvo, Dennis. I don't know if you know that, but Tennessee's mascot, Smokey, does have parvo. Hashtag pray for Smokey.
Nice run there.
Ooh, that was a shoestring
Gets 7
tackle
yards
there.
on the play.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
I'm trying, man. I swear I'm trying. I mean, I'm in the comment section too, but I really am trying to win this game. I promise. I really want to win.
Just under 3 to go in regulation.
Makes it out to
Dang
about the 49.
Very well designed play that time to give them a first down.
Somebody in the
Linemen
comments section
executed
just
their
said
blocks
this proves
nicely and went for
Tennessee.
a good game.
First and 10. Ball on their own 49. Fires quick out to the receiver, and he can't make the grab.
Gray was the intended receiver on the play.
Come on, dogs.
2nd and 10.
Come on, dogs. How did he drop that? I mean, that was a gimme interception, man. Oh. Damn.
Third down now, and they need to get it inside the 41. He scrambles. The cavalry's coming. Huge stop by the defense.
Fourth and
here early in the
5.
fourth quarter. And in a
What
tie
you gonna
game,
do,
now let's
cuz?
see if their offense can come to life.
Look at that quarterback breathing heavy. Now, how do I know what he did now? No way he's punting. I don't believe that. Yeah, he is. You're not gonna fake it, are you?
Kick here to try to pin the offense deep in their own territory.
I don't believe this for a minute. Nah.
Little too much leg into
All
that
right, I
punt.
got a
It'll
minute
bring it out
50
to the
seconds.
20.
Tied up. What can we do?
So we're early in the fourth quarter. Still a lot of football left, but in a game this tight,
Kick any
every
team out of the
possession's gonna make a
SEC?
difference.
Oh, that's tough.
Just under
Texas
2 to
A&M.
go in the game. Fires quickly, and he's got his man.
All
He's
right,
knocked
that'll
out of
work.
bounds
First down.
at the 31.
It's a gain of 11 on the play. First down.
From their own 31-yard line.
I'm gonna try, Jeff. I have a feeling things are gonna go lose way here. Of course, had that feeling before.
Halfback's got it on the quick throw. And down he goes.
All right,
at the
9
40.
yards. I can live with
That's
that.
good for a gain of 9 yards. That brings up 2nd and 1.
Short yardage
Thanks,
situation
dog,
here.
dude. I
2nd down
appreciate
and
you
1.
coming on. I do this every Tuesday night and every Thursday night. No!
And he's got
I
short
should have just
yardage
took that up the middle, man, and got the first down instead of trying to be a hero. Yeah, Smokey looks like one of those sick animals from a PETA commercial, right?
Tackle that
First
was
down. All
right
right,
up the gut.
let's go.
A gain of 4 yards. First down.
He's scrambling. Throwing on the run.
That'll
The
work.
tight end's got it. Knocked out of bounds. Around the 40-yard line.
17 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
Come on. Come on, Lou.
From the 40-yard
Do
line.
it for the kids,
First
Lou.
down.
Do it for the kids, Lou. Come on.
Passes to his tailback again. Brought down
All right,
at the
5
35.
yards. That could have been a loss, so
Makes the tackle.
I can live with that.
Volunteers taking their first time out of the half.
Roger, Roger. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
2nd down and 5.
Ryan Mears, shut up. That has happened before, though. I've gotten down here at the end of games and blew it with a boneheaded interception. I mean, it definitely wouldn't be the first time that happened.
Oh, and he had some steam on that throw. And he's tackled at the 17-yard line.
At the 17-yard line. First down.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Got a man.
You gotta catch that, dude. I mean, you catch that, you're literally standing on the goal line, man.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
Oh my God, really? Oh my God, man. That's going to come back to bite me, isn't it? I can't believe that, man.
From the 17-yard line, it's second down. Now he's scrambling. Room around the corner. Touchdown, Georgia. So that's a huge momentum swing here early in the fourth quarter as they have come
Oh my God.
to take the lead. And now the
Wouldn't this
question
be
is, can they
something
hold it?
serious here now?
And he adds the extra
Wow.
And with time winding down, they probably won't let this return man field the ball. He pooches it up there.
Get him.
Gets out to
All right.
about the 25-yard line.
You got to go 75 yards in 8 plays, cuz. All right. Let's go. Let's
Even in a
go.
game this close, I think it's gonna
That's
take
pretty
something
bad when,
very unexpected to change the outcome. But
And
that
Tennessee
doesn't mean it won't happen.
can't even beat Uncle Lou on this video game because I really am the world's worst
He
player
chucks
at
it
this.
downfield. Incomplete.
All right,
These guys,
one more play. I
especially
got to
in
dodge
secondary,
one
really
more
get after
bullet.
it and can make
Let's
life
see
hard
here.
for the play callers on the other side of the ball.
Tennessee is now 0-9 with a loss to Lou.
So it's second and 10. Ball on their own 25. For all of you watching, it's been a great game, and it has a chance to be even greater. Will the prayer be answered? It's time for the Hail Mary. He's going to air it long. Almost picked off.
Woo! Good morning, Uncle Lou here. Yep, that's right. It's me, Uncle Lou, live for you on YouTube today. With another beatdown of Tennessee for you. Yeah, not only that, I got the #1 game rank ever. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, exit. Who was that I was in that party with? I don't even remember. Let's see. Venatic Ace 6. Good game, sir. I don't know. You probably let me win. I don't know. But in any case, I had fun. Thank you for playing with Uncle Lou. Yeah. And Uncle Lou finally gets a win against a viewer. So what am I now? 1-2 against the viewers. I should write that down. We'll try to keep track, right? I'm 1-2 against the viewers. So I have a losing record against the viewers. Amazing. And I'm gonna have to apologize to whoever it was that asked me to play them next. I'm tired. I'm wore out. Beating Tennessee does that to me. So I'm gonna have to call it a night here. But maybe on Thursday. Well, definitely on Thursday. We'll do this again, same time, 10 o'clock. I'll play one or two of you guys again on Thursday night. So thanks to everybody that watched. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so we have the live show at 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Special guest, Lawtide. A lot of you know him from YouTube, an Alabama fan. He'll be the special guest on tomorrow right at 3. Going to do 15 or 20 minutes with him, and then nothing but phone calls the rest of the show. So we'll have at least 30 or 40 minutes of phone calls tomorrow. That's at 3 o'clock Eastern, live right here on YouTube. Thanks to everybody that watched. And I will see you guys next time. Have